Early last week, Disney shared some news about the pixie dust that's coming regarding the Food and Wine Festival for 2021. And I wanted to share that all with you. We will actually get to be there in October of 2021 to celebrate Disney's 50th anniversary. So stick around and I'll tell you what booths are available with their menus. For more Disney news on travel and updates, please be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then you're going to get updates as to when we upload every single week. We did an in-depth video for the current festival going on, which is the Flower and Garden Festival. So if you're looking for more information about that, I will make sure to link that in-depth video above. Now, not all of the details about Food and Wine are out yet, so make sure you subscribe so that way as details roll out, you'll be the first to know. For 2021, the Food and Wine Festival is starting July 15th, which is only 10 days after Flower and Garden ends, and then it's running all the way through November 20th, which means it's going to be happening during Disney's 50th anniversary, which is a pretty big deal. If you aren't familiar with Disney's festivals, essentially what happens, most of them happen in EPCOT, and they add food booths, little outdoor kitchens, outside each of the countries and in between, and year to year, they tend to add more options. Food and Wine as a festival, like all of the others, will do small plate dishes, but they focus much more heavily on the wine pairings, which is nice. This festival, one of the biggest pieces of news that I haven't really seen anyone talking about yet, is it's not being considered a taste of. For the past year and a half to 2 years, Disney has been putting out these taste of festivals, like a taste of Flower and Garden, a taste of Food and Wine, which just means they have less options. This is being billed and marketed as a full-on festival. So there are 32 booths currently on track to come out, and my guess is Disney will release more compared to the current Flower and Garden, which only has 21. The other big piece of news here is that unlike festivals of the past, not all of the booths will be open on July 15th. So despite the fact that the festival starts then, Disney is holding back on arguably its best and most interesting booths for October 1st, which is the weekend that Disney's 50th anniversary premieres. And that is the weekend we get to be there. So if you're traveling to Disney during July 15th or on, just know that you can participate in the festival and it's going to be wonderful, but you just won't have access to every single booth until October 1st. So I want to break this video up into the booths that they currently have menus for, the booths that are coming, and there are a series of booths which don't yet have menus. So again, please make sure you subscribe so that I can share those menus with you as they come out. So let's start with the October 1st booths. These are the ones that aren't going to be open until Disney's 50th. The first one we're starting with is called the ALPS. Despite the fact that Mark and I have been to Food and Wine, I think at least a couple of times, because we do tend to go to Disney in October for Mark's birthday. This is not a booth I've visited. However, I will say, and I know this is gonna sound a little strange, I love the A-frame board with the menu. I like the colors, I like the fonts, I'm very drawn to the ALPS, and I think that the warm raclette Swiss cheese with the ham potatoes on a baguette sounds like savory and robust. This is going to be on my must-eat list come October 1st. Belgium is also a booth that's going to be opening October 1st. There's just not a menu for it quite yet. The next October 1st opening is Brazil. Honestly, both of these menu items sound delicious to me. And I'm really curious how a Brazilian cheese bread can also be simultaneously gluten-free. India, Ireland, and Kenya are booths that will be featured on October 1st as well, but they don't have menus up yet. And then there are 2 brand new booths coming October 1st, Lobster Landing and Mac and Eats. These are new to the festival and their menus aren't published just yet. Spain is featuring a charcuterie board. Now, I think charcuterie is going to be a popular theme for most of Disney's festivals because it's super trendy. I will be trying them all while we're there and letting you know how they go. So far, that's what we know for October 1st openings. Now let's talk about the booths that will be open as of July 15th, especially the ones that have menus. Appleseed Orchard is also one I'm really excited to try. They're also featuring a charcuterie board, so you know your girl is gonna be checking that out. I think basically I'm just not going anywhere where charcutes isn't an option this summer. But they also have caramel apple popcorn, which I really do want to try, and I'm intrigued by this frozen apple pie beverage. It's non-alcoholic. I feel like if we were going with Callie, by the way, this is an adults only weekend, so I feel like if we were going with Callie, this would be a must eat or must drink.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the one that there were puns?
Yeah, it is. You're so cute. I love you. And I probably will be trying this because of the name, but it's called Cider Boys, and it is a banana bliss hard cider. I just want to smell it. How banana-y are we talking here? But Cider Boys Banana Bliss? Yes, please. That alliteration, you get my money. Always a favorite is the Canadian booth. Now they have this cheddar cheese soup that is incredibly popular, and I want to try it because it'll be October, so maybe it won't be as hot when we're there. But if you are going in the dead of July or August, are you ordering heavy cheese soup? Maybe. Is it that good? Maybe. They also have a filet mignon with truffle butter. You had me at truffle butter, Canada. So yes, I will be trying that too. I think this is just gonna be kind of one of those things where we try everything on the menu. What is ice wine? I love wine. Is it wine with ice in it? Is it cold wine? What is it? I have to try it to know. Outside of China, there will be a booth, and they're going to have a Mongolian bao bun situation. So my guess is it's going to be delicious, but I do want it to be like the bao bun at Satuli Canteen or bao. Have we seen bao? I was literally talking about bao with my students this week. One of my favorite Pixar shorts for sure, gets me right in the feels, the mama feels. And I also think I'm going to be needing the fried shrimp off of the China menu as well. The donut box is one that I think sounds amazing, but I feel like I don't want to give my bites and my tummy up for something that I think might only be Instagrammable. I might be wrong and judging this too quickly. I think the sprinkled donuts look really cute, but I'm not sure if donuts are the way I want to go. If you're a donut connoisseur, this is a must-eat for you. Do you have kids with you? The donut box is where it's at. But for me, I feel like it's one of those places I'll pass by, I'll take a peek, that looks really cute, and then we'll move on. On the opposite end, we have Earth Eats. Now, before we had our experience at Flower and Garden with the Impossible short ribs, I would have said, again, this looks like a great booth, moving on. However, once we had that Impossible short rib, it was so tender, it was so delicious, and it really did taste like meat. Now, if you're not familiar with the Impossible concept, it's 100% plant-based, but it is supposed to look, feel, and taste like meat. So on this menu is an Impossible burger with a wasabi cream on it that I think we have to try. Flavors from Fire has a really cool premise where everything they cook has this like barbecue smoky flavor to it. And I need to try this s'mores whoopie pie. How good does this look? It's smoked chocolate cake with graham cracker, marshmallow, chocolate ganache, and candied bacon. Chocolate and bacon is just a match made in heaven, and I wish I tried it earlier in my life. So this is definitely on my list of things I have to eat. France is a very popular booth, and one of my very favorite things is here, they have the most incredible escargot. So I'm not really an escargot fan, except for these little garlicky, buttery, wrapped in a puff pastry slices of heaven that I hope I get to eat more than once. Also, the La Vie en Rose slushy, which also happens at the Flower and Garden Festival, makes a second comeback at Food and Wine. And I didn't get to have it this April, so I'm certain I'll be trying it here again as well. So for Germany, I'm not really sure we're going to be imbibing in any of these options, but I do like to try to pronounce the menu items in my head. Okay, so for Hawaii, I'm super excited because we are going to Disney's Aulani in August, so I was psyched to see a Hawaiian booth. And then I got doubly excited. So of course they're going to have amazing Kahlua pork sliders, top-notch Hawaiian classic, but they're bringing back the pineapple wine. Do you guys remember my pineapple wine that they have at the Pineapple Promenade for Flower and Garden? It makes, again, a comeback in the Hawaii booth. One of the themes I'm seeing is that Disney does not, or at least Disney World, they do not expect their guests to attend multiple festivals throughout the year, so they like bring back the highlights for booths. And I'm totally good with that. I'm glad there aren't a ton of repeats because that would be not boring, but potentially a waste of your travel time to see the same thing over and over and over again at each festival. So I'm glad that they pick and choose and that they bring back things that are personally my favorite. Disney, are you listening? Hops and barley. Okay, so I have a confession to make. It's confession time. I have been born and raised on Cape Cod, which is known for its seafood, and I've never had a lobster roll in my whole life. I like seafood. I don't know why I've never had one. So they have a New England style lobster roll. I kind of want to get my first one in Disney and then compare it to one here at home. They also have a hard cider that says summer seasonal. I'd love to know what that flavor is going to be. I would love it to be something fruity. Okay, so Italy, I'm disappointed again. I was disappointed with the menu for Flower and Garden, and I know they're trying to stick to traditional flavors. I do think that the cheese tortellini sounds promising, but I want them to branch out. However, it is an undisputed fact that Italy has the best wines out of all the booths. So if you don't stop for the tortellini, stop for the wine. It's worth it. On the opposite end here, Japan has amazingly unique items on their menu that really draw me in. The sushi flower pot sounds promising. Now I'm hoping this is not like a frushi situation, which they have during Flower and Garden, which is very cutesy for Instagram, but is a little bit bland. So I'm hoping that the sushi flower pot is not only beautiful, but also tasty. Mexico. I'm here for the drinks, okay? I'm not a tequila girl. I know. It's a character flaw, but I do love a sangria, and I think Mark will really like this smoky marg moment going on that tends to be really trendy right now, like a spicy or smoky margarita, so I definitely think it's something he'll try. I think I might have a new favorite booth. I haven't been there yet, but Shimmering Sips sounds like something I would name. Did I name this, Disney? And it's basically a booth that's a mimosa bar. Mimosas. If you know, you know, Donna. Ideally, Disney, if you're listening, you would create a flight for this menu so that I could try every single mimosa without becoming intoxicated in your park. Just food for thought. I need to know, so far, those are all the published menus. What are you most interested in trying? What would be on your must-have list? So let's talk through some of the menus that are not published yet, that are still coming July 15th. We have Australia and Greece. I'm really excited for Greece. There's one also called Brewing. I'm sorry. Noodle Exchange. Rotunda Bistro, the Swanky Saucy Swine, which I'm very excited to see the menu for, and Tangerine Cafe. So we have 32 booths that we know of right now. Some coming July 15th, some coming October 1st, and menus to be published for the remainder. I hope this helps you decide or get excited for your future trips. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. There will definitely be follow-up videos to go along with the menus that haven't been published yet, so please be sure to subscribe, and we will see you very soon. I hope you're having a magical week. Bye, everybody.